So, hello everyone! So, medyo busy tayo lately because of different reports na kailangan tapusin. So, that is why ngayon lang tayo ulit nakapag-video ng another tutorial for Math 8, Module 1, Lesson 2. So, huwag na natin patagalin. So, let's go. So today, we're going to discuss factoring the difference of two squares. So for our objective, you are going to identify a difference of two squares and you are going to factor, of course, a difference of two squares. So before we proceed to our lesson, let us first define what is difference of two squares. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng difference of two squares? So when we talk about difference of two squares, this is a binomial wherein the first term and the second term are perfect squares. The two terms are separated signs. When we talk about naman a perfect square, so this is a number where the square root is a whole number. Siguro naman, naalala nyo pa kung paano kunin or hanapin ang square root ng isang number, or meron kayong mga alam na perfect square number like 16. What is the square root of 16? That is 4. Why? 4 times 4, that is equal to 16. Perfect square of 25, that is 5. Why? 5 times 5, that is 25. So yun po ay konting review lamang of how to find the square root of a number. So, let us now proceed on factoring a difference of two squares. So, we have only two steps. So, napakadali lang, my dearest students. Step 1, get the principal square root of each of the two squares. So, step 2, very easy. So, using the principal square root, form two factors, one a sum and another a difference. Before we proceed to solving or factoring, let us first identify if a binomial is a difference of two squares. So is this a difference of two squares? So yes. Why? So yes, because n minus 2 raised to 2. N raised to 2 is n squared, then 2 raised to 2 is 4. So how about this one, another example? Is this a difference of two squares? Yes. Why? So x, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 3 is 6, 1 raised to 2 is equal to 1. That is an example. So let us now factor natin. Number 1, yung kaninang example natin. Okay. What is the first step? So, step 1, we're going to get the principal square root of each two squares. So, say for instance, we have n squared square root of n squared square root of 4. What is the square root of n squared? Correct, that is n. Why? N times n is equal to n squared. How about square root of 4? Very good, that is 2. 2 times 2, that is 4. So, the second and the last step, we are going to get the principal square root, form the factors, one a sum and a difference. So, in other words, we have n, 1 a sum, and 1 a difference. This is equal to n squared minus 4. To check, n times n, that is n squared, 2 times negative 2, that is negative 4. Therefore, that is correct. 2 minus 2, 0. So, no need to write. So, n squared minus 4. Another example. So let us now factor x raised to 6, y raised to 6 minus 1. So first step, we're going to get the square root of, then square root of 1. What is the square root of x raised to 6? That is, okay, very good. That is x raised to 3. Why? X cubed times x cubed, copy the variable, add the exponent, 3 plus 3, that is 6. Next, that is y raised to cube or raised to 3. Why? Because y raised to 3 or y cubed times y cubed is equal to, copy the variable y and add the exponent, 3 plus 3, that is, okay, 6. Very good. What is the square root of 1? Of course, 1. The number itself. So, let us make now the factor. Let us now form the factors. So, we have 1 a sum, one a difference. Okay, so did you get it? Do you need another example? So, for the last time, okay, d raised to 4 minus a to 1. So, let us first find the square root of, okay, d4 and square root of a to 1. What is the square root of d raised to 4? Okay, very good. D raised to 2. Why? D raised to 2 times d raised to 2, copy the variable d, then 2 plus 2, that is 4. What is the square root of 81? Okay, 9. So therefore, d2 plus 9, d2 minus 9 is the factors of d4 minus 81. So, medyo malino na ba? So, kung medyo malabo pa, so bibigyan ko kayo ng example na medyo complicated. Something different. How about this one? So, 8x squared minus 50. On the first glance, iisipin mo na hindi pwede nating i-factor using the difference of two squares kasi yung 50 is not a perfect square and yung 8 is not also a perfect square. What we are going to do is, so we are going to apply the lesson 1. This is factoring polynomial with a common monomial factor. Okay, so we are going to factor 8x squared minus 50. So we can have this one. 4x squared minus 25. Why? So 2 times 4 is 8. Copy x squared minus 2 times 25, 50. And 4 is a perfect square number and 25 also is a perfect square number. So we're going to get the principal square root. So we have square root of 4x squared, that is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Then x. X times x, that is copy the variable x, then 1 plus 1 is 2. Next is square root of 25. That is 5. So therefore, that is the factor will be 2, copy the 2, then 2x plus 5, then 2x minus 5 is equal to 8x squared minus 50. So, ayan. So, I hope na medyo naging malinaw. Medyo napakadali, di ba? Basta magaling lang kayong mag-square root ng number. Tingnan nyo lang kung pwede pa siyang i-factor or kung pwede nyo pang ganitohin or mas madali kung nakikita nyo na siyang a perfect square. So, ano lang po kadali ang factoring a difference of two squares. So that will be our lesson. So thank you so much for watching.